some really funny looking NFTs called Goblintown. Now, this is either the silliest story or just a masterful piece of performance art from some silly looking goblins who have remained committed to the bit. They speak only in goblin language, and they make weird sounds of grunting and groaning on Twitter Spaces that are wildly popular to attend. They're also doing pretty good in terms of sales right now. This was a free to mint project that is seeing quite a bit of activity out on secondary markets. So Goblintown, it's pretty funny. These little creatures, they happen to be a bit P obsessed. Might be a little bit NSFW for folks out there, but they're pretty funny little gremlin dudes, and they are captivating the attention of NFT collectors everywhere who are sort of speculating. A lot of rumors out there that there's some big names behind this project, despite outward appearances. Will, I'm going to throw this to you for your initial thoughts on Goblintown.
My initial thoughts on Goblintown. Let's say, I think like the Yuga Labs thing is interesting. And I also think it's interesting to see a project like this pop up in the middle of a down market. There's something like very narcissistic or pessimistic about NFTs and the way they're like so focused inwardly on their own culture, right? The Goblintown NFT is like, it's an ode to themselves not making any money, like everyone losing money, and then somehow they made money out of that. So that's pretty impressive to me. And I think that speaks to like the language of NFTs and NFT enthusiasts, right? They like basically memed a market that nobody saw coming into existence, and it has perpetually moved forward when no one thought it had legs to keep moving forward. I mean, I remember calling the top on the NFT bubbles like 4 or 5 times on the hash, and it just kept going forward. And now we have a new collection to be excited about, right? There's Bored Apes, there's all these profile picture ones. We saw Moonbirds recently. And now we got Goblintown, and people are chanting in Twitter Spaces commemorating this NFT minting. So it's weird to see this keep happening, but at this point, it's just like, I'm kind of excited for the next one. Like, what's the next one that's going to be super weird? I'll throw it over to you, Sandali.
Yeah, I have to say, I find these guys kind of cute. I was like going through the whole collection, and they're really interesting looking, and good for them. You know, I like the goblin speak and kind of trying to set them apart, themselves apart this, you know, like hired market of NFTs, although it's been like a very short time. But I have to say, I'm a little worried. It's blowing up so fast, and we know what happens to things that do that. And I know people who get like very into these kind of NFT collections and trading and markets and lose a lot of money. And I've had to, you know, be their therapist. But yeah, I mean, I'm worried about like what is eventually gonna happen to all these investors. What will happen to the collection? Will it crash and burn, or how long will it stick around? Is it gonna be the next Bored Ape collection? Like, we don't know any of it. We didn't even know that Bored Ape was gonna become, you know, the Bored Ape collection, right? So I don't know. Whenever these things come up, I know it's a bear market, I know it's exciting, and I know they're cute, but I'm also like a bit worried about you know, people and their real money and real sales. NFT and from putting up their savings to buy these things. So yeah, I'm a bit worried for them. But other than that, super cute. Good for you guys.
I think that's part of the game, though, right? Like, if it crashes and burns, it'll just be like, keep chanting in Twitter Spaces. It's just part of the magic. I don't know. That's my take.
It's Goblintown, right? It's an allusion to the market condition. So it's a self-fulfilling, you know, prophecy even. But yeah, the appetite for new things and new strange things in crypto never fails to amaze. There's just a huge depth of desire for the new and the strange, and Goblintown has seemed to tap into that well.